Hi guys, this is Connie from Connie's Nails and Creative Creations. Today I'm taking part in the Thrifted Thursdays with Catherine from A Perfect Place to Start. So let's get right to this thrift flip and let's have some fun. So this is a tray that I got from the thrift store a few years ago, and it's quite heavy, and I used to use it for different things, but I haven't used it in a long time, so I decided I was going to go ahead and just flip it. So it's got a lot of texture in it, but I went ahead and I painted it with white apple barrel paint, and I end up putting 2 coats on it to get a complete full coverage on this tray. Now it did take the paint really well, so as you can see I'm finishing the first coat, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do the second coat. Now this is a really good size tray, but we're going to actually turn it into a hanging, and here I am finishing up the second coat, and in between I'm using my Darcy heat gun, and the link to buy that on Amazon is in my link tree, and the link is in my description box. Now these are some wordings that I had saying that I had cut out on my Cricut, and this is with my BB Craft vinyl, and I'm just making sure that the picture that I'm going to hand paint or freehand paint, I have room for it. So I'm going ahead and I'm just painting this branch on here, and I'll just let you sit and watch me do this painting. And right now, I'm not sure if you guys know what I'm painting other than a branch with some leaves, but we'll get to that in just a moment. But while we're watching, I wanted to let you know that the Catharine's link will be down in the description box, as well as all my information, my link tree and everything will be down there as well. And please don't forget to hit the subscription, or don't forget to subscribe, as well as hit the notification bell. Hit it twice and click on all. You'll be notified every time I upload a video, as well as if you can give me a big thumbs up, and if you could just give me a comment. I love to read comments, and I definitely love to respond to them. So please, that's how we get to know each other as our community, and I just absolutely enjoy it completely. So here I am, I'm just putting the dark shadows and lighting on those leaves, and I'm drying them up a little bit because I don't want to smudge them. Well, I start to paint this. Now, as you can probably tell, I'm painting some lemons. So, I'm going to do 2 different lemons, and I'm going to have to do some shading as well as some highlights so that it's not flat. What that will do is it will make it more 3D so that it will look like an actual lemon rather than just a flat picture of a lemon. I got tongue twisted. Okay, so as you can see on the right there, I put the lemon over that leaf. I'm going to paint over that again so it looks like that leaf is in front of that lemon. And then I'm going to put some blossoms on the left side so that all those little branches that are just kind of sitting there. So I hope you guys really enjoy this. I love to freehand paint. I've been a painter for years, and it's one of my happy places when I am painting. So I'm just like that. My palette, I've had that palette for 35 years or so, and I clean it off every so often, but you can just see all my layers of all my paints that I've used, and I just love that thing. I know a lot of people use different things. I'm thinking about changing and not using it anymore, but we'll see. I just love that thing. It's an old 5-quart ice cream bucket lid. Like I said, I've had it for many, many, many years. So let me let you finish watching this, and then we'll get to the next step. As you can see, I'm just drying this. Now I set this aside overnight, and then we're going to start putting the wording on. Now, just to tell you, I really sometimes struggle with this vinyl, especially when it's wording. But the more I do it, the better I get at it. So I didn't want to just not show you. So here I am taking the around the words, and this part's usually not a big problem. Sometimes it is, and then I realized I should probably cut these pieces up because it would make it easier. So I went ahead and I cut it, and that made it a lot easier to get these off. But I'm going to go ahead and weed it right when I have it on here, just so that I don't have to do any weeding once it is on my tray, which is going to become more like a frame. But so I'm going ahead and I'm just going to do that. Now I use contact paper as my transfer tape, and once I get it, I put it on my leg a couple of times to get the stickiness off. I didn't get all the stickiness off of this. It did pull up a little bit of the paint, but I was completely happy with the way it looked, so I just left it. Well, I do that the first time, struggle big time, and then I put the second word on without using transfer tape. That was worse. Got it on there, but it was definitely worse. So I went back to the transfer tape on the third one, and it turned out better than the other two. So I will just let you watch me fumble around with this while I'm figuring this all out. Now here comes the easy one. As you could see, I was struggling with that, the word. I struggled with the squeeze and then the. It's a little off kilter, but I'm okay with that. I don't mind it being off kilter at all. So here I am going ahead and pulling this last vinyl up off of this. And I struggle a little bit with these. I don't know what I can do to make it easier. Probably just practice. I just have to keep at it and keep practicing until I get it easier, or not get it easier, just so I can make it easier on myself, so I'm better at it. Let's put it that way. So I'm going ahead and I'm weeding this last word. I'm going to put the transfer tape on, and it started to give me a little bit of problem, but it really wasn't bad. I just had to get it all on there and using the little burnisher, the squeezer, whatever, and I go ahead and I get the all off of there. And like I said, I was having a little bit of problem, but not terribly bad. I think it had a lot to do with the texture, because that tray is not smooth. It's very bumpy. I think that's the biggest problem. So I get it all on there, and then I'm going to use glossy Mod Podge, and I'm just going to go over the whole thing to secure everything down, especially the words, because of the fact that it was bumpy. I was afraid there was air gaps, which there was, and so I made sure that they were all sealed up with the Mod Podge. And then once I'm done with that, I'm going to put the hanger on it, and this thing will be done. Okay, now that this is done, I went ahead and dried it. I flipped it over, and I got the Dollar Tree jute that has wired, and I'm just going to tie knots in the end, and then I'm going to use hot glue and some felt, and I'm just going to get this all completely secured down so that I can hang this up. Like I said, this is heavy, and I may have to go back and do some more securing it. We'll have to wait and see on how strong this is. If I have to, I'll have to screw in some little, yeah, I can't even think of the name, but yeah, that's it. And here is the final project. I hope you guys like this. Don't forget to squeeze the day instead of seize the day. So I hope you guys really like this. Don't forget to go over to Catherine's and check hers out. She's got a phenomenal channel. I always loved watching her videos, so don't forget to do that. And you guys have a very, very blessed day, and don't forget to be the Bible somebody reads today. Bye.